Hey guys, a bit of a literal off the cuff one here. I saw this last night and it just kind of blew my mind because I think it was a kind of a little peep into the life of the modern day, I don't know, white BLM actor, I guess. Difficult to know how to kind of describe this guy. Anyway, he's 48. His name is Ryan Thorburn. From New York area, and he was invited on the show by Tim's seeming second in command, Luke, to kind of give another side of the story. From what I understand, this guy actually watches quite a lot of Tim, which makes it even more bizarre. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of people say that those that are on that sort of side of the field at the moment, the sort of woke people, suffer from a lot of mental health conditions. Let me know what you think.
The black community does have a knee on its neck more than the white community in America. That's a fact.
So let me. I want to explain something.
That's not disparaging. That's a fact. The black community has way more struggles, way more problems in the community due to systemic racism, which is real. And the military, the penitentiary system, and the militarized police, and all of that. It's a different.
I want to explain something in a little more detail that we were talking about in the show that I think didn't get fleshed out enough. So, and I'll preface it by saying I do not believe I face more discrimination than black people in this country.
Yeah.
What I can tell you is one of the difficulties in my life is people who grow up in a white suburb. Everybody's white. I go there, I'm not white.
I don't believe that.
Well, so you're wrong, but let me explain.
I don't believe that. I think somebody might. You just said on the last show that like some people mistaked you for Mexican. That was your biggest.
I'm not
thing.
One of them, dude. Like this is the life I've lived.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm not saying that I've got a boot on my neck. I'm saying you need to understand
we're in a redneck,
that there are people who have
redneck area. If we go up to the truck stop up the block, nobody's looking at you like, get that guy. You know.
I didn't say they were.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you put somebody else in there, they're looking at you funny. You're good. You're good. You go to the airport, they're not pulling you over because they
no. That's bullshit.
They pull you over.
Yes.
Because you look like what? Because you
yes,
look like
motherfucker.
What do you look like?
I get randomly flagged every fucking time I go to the airport. See,
because what reason?
Fuck if I know.
Because you look like what?
Fuck if I know, dude.
You really hurt.
Because I get fucking every single time I go, and you are a racist dude who says I couldn't possibly understand every fucking time I go to the airport. I'm randomly screened.
Yeah.
I think it's the
every time. Every time. I go to the UK, they put 4 S's.
What are you screaming for?
I'm screaming because
what?
Because
you're hurt that you're a white boy?
I'm hurt because you're a racist,
there you go.
and you have this arrogance and elitism that you know better than everybody, that you're the white savior, that you got to be in the struggle for the poor brown people.
No,
and then every fucking time, no, listen to what I have to say. When I say something like, when I'm being polite, when I'm being polite to you,
lower your voice first.
When I'm being polite to you,
like a motherfucking human.
When I'm being polite to you, and then I say I deal with this problem, and then you laugh at me, dude.
Yeah, I laugh sometimes.
You're a racist.
Yep, no, it's not racist.
Yes, it is,
We're talking
dude.
about systematic racism in America, and then you go, my struggle is this, to discredit the struggle of the black man and the black woman.
I literally just said they have it worse than I do. I literally just said they have it worse than I do.
That was the facade. That was the facade to not take away
facade?
From the yes, it was like
admitting outright, saying straight up, bro.
And your Jesse Smollett hoax. You made up this whole story about white supremacists coming to your house and saying, "Oh, the mixed couple," and throwing racist pamphlets at you, and you made up a whole Jesse Smollett thing. You know. I've been noticing that's the takeaway from the struggle of the black man.
It seems like we're blending between
No, you're a racist prick. Here's my hour-long documentary about the black struggle in Ferguson.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah. Oh great, $100,000 budget. Yeah. James Baldwin interviews with people on the ground to talk about what they've been through, and you have the nerve to come up to me and tell me my experiences don't matter when I'm fighting the fight.
Stop screaming, bitch. Stop screaming. First of all, talk to me like because I'm not that guy.
Yeah, you are. You are. You actually are, dude. Yeah. You are that guy.
I'm not that guy to fucking scream at, bitch. You want to get fucked up? Huh?
All right.
What the fuck you screaming at, bitch?
Let's calm down.
You gotta cut it, man.
You think you can?
I'm not that guy. You don't disrespect me, bitch.
What did you do to me? Did you disrespect me?
Nah, you start raising your voice to me like I'm some sucker.
Did you laugh at me?
Bitch. Yeah, laugh.
Did you disrespect me? I was nice to you, bro. I was being nice.
You start raising your voice to me like I'm your son, bitch.
You raised your voice to me? Bro, I said I respected you.
You wouldn't shut the
I
fuck up with
appreciated
that
you.
raising your voice shit.
I stopped when you told me to. You said lower your voice, so I lowered my voice. I told you I respected you coming. It was a good show. I said I respected you willing to admit when you got things wrong. Bro, I have put so much of my life into this. Look at this.
I watch your videos.
I
already watched your video. No, I see your videos.
You don't.
No, I see your video. Yeah, you're gonna say, look, this is the non-racist thing. But meanwhile, you have videos promoting Derek Chauvin and acting like he was in the right. You have videos of that. You have videos of the other guy. You have videos of the other. You have videos of the other guy.
Two guys.
Armory. And you go, oh, but they grabbed the pistol, defending them, killing a black man in the streets, and he ran for them and giving excuses.
2 guys.
You have these videos, so all of this shit doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, of course not.
A decade of work doesn't matter.
No,
because
because lives were lost by police, and you were there bootlicking the fucking cops.
I think we should abolish the police.
But you don't. You claim that so you could get away with
Have you
talking
seen my
about
explosive rant where I was screaming at the camera about how they're going to kick your door and lie to defend the state?
Yeah, but then I see you defending cops.
You're talking about 2 instances.
Oh, there's more. There's more, I'm sure.
No.
Go to
No. I said when Kim Potter shot him, I said she deserves prison for it.
Okay, that's good. There you go.
See, you look, bro. You can't look at 2 circumstances.
My mic's not working really good.
It's working, bro.
And we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, you could?
We could hear you. Yeah.
Where there's 2 circumstances, high-profile ones, where the core of the issue is the facts of the case. It's not a. I don't view the world collectively the way you do, and I'm not saying you're wrong for doing it. I'm saying if I see individual actions, we must protect the innocent if they're the individual if they're innocent. Mm-hmm. So this means when I put out a documentary about, it's called A Report from Occupied Territory. It talks about how the police, we literally interviewed guys whose brother was murdered by cops and covered up. We talk about how the cops systematically focus on these kids to put them through it's called going on tour. What happens is, because in St. Louis, there's like 99 jurisdictions. If you got a busted taillight, on your way to work, you drive through 5 cities. Each cop will give you a ticket. Then when you get arrested for not being able to pay it, they run you through every city over the course of a month, destroying your life. Yeah. That's what this is about. When we see collective injustice, when I see it, I talk about it. Mm-hmm. Because there are 2 circumstances where I said we have questions about the individual's rights or innocence, you can't disregard everything that I've done.
Okay, yeah. So you did a documentary that
more than one.
Okay.
We did several dispatches, which were mini documentaries, about 10 minutes long. We did like 6 or 7 of them.
But I watch your videos when you do the booga shit.
What booga shit?
Yeah, like the critical race theory videos where you go, oh, the white boys are gonna be so offended and their kids are hurt feelings and all that stuff.
But we don't talk about the white people of it. We had an Asian woman on the show.
About that though, why are you so obsessed with critical race theory? Why is it so scary to you?
When people are discriminated against on the basis of their race, we say it's wrong.
Public school, we got to be choosy about what we teach as a society. So we're kind of deciding how we're going to teach little kids, and I'm
sitting here trying to get my composure back right now, because dude starts raising his voice, talking crazy to me, screaming to me like I'm his son or something,
Well, how do you think I feel when you laugh at my struggle?
Yeah, laughing is.
This is a very passionate. This is a very passionate, heated debate. Let's try to focus on facts.
But don't start. Oh, I got stopped at the airport, and then pointing at my.
You laughed at me.
Because it was funny to me. Yeah.
Exactly.
It is funny to me. Your struggle is funny.
It's funny that there's people who are racist towards me. It's funny that every time
I go
to the airport.
Though it's not true. It's like this whole thing where you're trying to be this victim. You created that. You're creating this victimhood, and that's
I don't
crazy.
live in that world.
You do. Go anywhere. You're safe in the fucking world, man.
So.
You're creating, like, I have, my grandparents were Asian.
There's no arguing with ideological racism.
Yeah.
To me, when you look at critical race theory and the onset of it, you see racial disharmony. Like, race relations are pretty bad right now.
I see,
and there's a correlation
on his show, though.
But I would say race relations overall have been deteriorating ever since the onset of critical race theory, when we're meant to see each other as different races rather than the creed and the character.
Racism. You have to look at it, and you have to know what it exists.
You won't.
And you have to know it exists, and you have to. Oh, stop!
Well, there's
it.
like big R
No,
racism and small R
Do you
racism.
really
I
feel like
beg you, bro.
Do you really
I beg
in
you,
life
bro.
feel like some huge victim?
I
Do
beg
really
you
believe
to listen to what I have to
do
say,
you
but
really
you laugh.
believe-
You don't care.
Yeah, because do you really believe you're some really over the top victim of American society, and they look at you like this lesser of a person? You know, do you really believe that? You can't believe that. You can't.
It's hard for me to fight racism when you don't believe it exists.
No, I believe racism exists, but I think
don't.
you try to take away from racism by being the victim yourself.
It's you know what got me really angry is like there's a lot of things I can say like over and over again. I think there's a lot of people in this country have way worse than I do. And every time I bring up something I went through, you just laugh and you laugh and you laugh. You say it doesn't exist, it's not real. And then the funny thing about the airport is I literally just traveled to Austin and I got randomly screened both there and back. They pulled me out of the line. They tell me I got to go through special screening, and I don't know why. I don't know why it happens.
Beanie, and I'm not joking.
I don't know why it happens. Other people have hats on, bro. It happens every time. I'm not saying it's race related, but it's just like, damn, dude. I experience shit. You laugh at me for. You tell me it's not real.
Getting pulled over at the airport.
Cops try planting drugs on me.
Somebody mistaking you.
Cops
for
pulling us over at
Mexican.
gunpoint.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'm from the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, do you think? I don't think you just don't understand, and you don't want to
Yeah,
understand.
I don't believe you're a victim. I don't.
You just don't.
I don't understand that you're a victim. I don't believe it.
What do you think life was like for me on the south side? You think that like the white cops were just like, oh, this kid's cool, he's one of us, or do you think I got charged?
I think he had it a lot better than a lot of people.
Probably. I agree with you on that.
You know,
but it's just so hard when I'm like, but you need to understand I experience racism in a way you don't, and you just laugh at me for it.
No, what I think the problem is because this always comes up when we're talking about the black struggle, and we're talking about police killing black people.
But I started this.
You always bring up.
I started this conversation.
You always bring up that I'm the Asian guy, so I'm the Asian guy to take away from black folks.
I started this conversation specifically about my experiences, not about the black community.
Yeah, but we were on the topic of the black community and blacks being killed and systemic
No.
racism,
That's
critical
where
race
you brought it.
That's
so
where,
let's put it this way. Like, this is why I said in the beginning, I don't deny. I think black people have it way worse than I ever did or ever will in this country. But I do experience racism. It's a unique form of it. This is intersectionality. That for my family particularly, we have no generational wealth. My grandfather died in poverty, and you know what my grandfather died doing? He was doing underpaid work in the black community for tax services to try and help him. Yeah. He ran a company with my aunt called Ask the Tax, and he told me that this is the place we need to do the work. My grandfather married an Asian woman in the 1930s, I think. They met sometime in
how much Asian are you?
Quarter.
Quarter? You're not even half. Jesus.
Yeah, second generation.
Come on, man.
Yep.
You're quarter Asian, and you know.
So let me ask you something. Like, how do you think it feels for me to see you laughing at me for that?
For what?
For being a quarter Asian.
No, I'm not. No, I'm laughing because you hit it. You hit this topic so hard. Like,
because of my experience.
I'm Asian, and they look at me crazy. And you're not. You're 75% white guy, and you look like a white guy, and you talk like a white guy, and you act like a white guy.
I wonder why that is. Why do you think that is?
I don't know why.
Do you think it's because that's the way you got to be if you want to survive in this?
I don't know.
World?
I don't know why. But
do you think that growing up? Do you think they taught me to talk this way on the south side of Chicago?
That. I don't know. I have no idea how they. I don't
you think that's how they talk on the south side?
Who'd you roll with? I know some people in Chicago that talk
south
like that.
side.
Yeah, I know people from south side.
And do you think everybody talks like this?
No. What I'm saying is, I don't know who you hung out with. Maybe there was some people.
Gangbangers.
Yeah. Oh, you had all the. Let's see the pictures of you.
Insane popes, almighty popes. I wasn't a gangbanger. I never joined them.
Let me see you with all the gangbangers playing video games together. Let me see that.
Yeah, the insane popes broke into my house, stole my shit.
Oh, that happened too. Yeah.
Dude. So apparently you got a rich dad. Is that true?
No, my dad.
They paid for you to be like to work with these people. That's what people were saying.
Yeah, my dad was rich. He was so rich.
Was he?
No, he was the brokest dude on the planet. Yeah.
Somebody made that claim.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
So I'm from the south side of Chicago, southwest specifically, near Cicero and 47th, and it was mostly the popes were the gang down there. So you had insane popes, you had the almighty popes. The almighty popes were chill. They smoked pot.
But who did you hang out with? Is what I was asking about.
Yeah, the gangbangers.
Oh, so
a lot of the kids. So most of these kids.
So were they at your crib and you were playing
Yes,
video games?
They
and
were
hanging?
having sex in my bed.
Yeah.
I was a little kid though. They were older than
no,
me.
I'm saying, who'd you hang out with when you wanted to come up? Where'd you learn how to talk? Like where'd you get your dialect from? Who'd you roll with? Who'd you try to be like?
TV.
Oh, and the rest was just gangbangers hanging out at your house? Like where did you hang out with nerds? Who'd you hang out with?
kids in this park. What do you mean?
So not gangbangers, just regular
Yeah,
ass kids,
gangbangers.
right? Oh, you hung out with all the gangbangers. Let me see some photos of your childhood, of you hanging out with the gangbangers, the tough guys. Let me see them. I'm serious. I got pictures of my childhood.
So when I was 9, my mom opened a cafe on the north side of Chicago. Got a small business loan, used our house as collateral. We were a lower middle class family. My dad was a firefighter. So my dad would be gone for 2 days at a time because firefighters were 2 on, 1 off. While my dad was out, my mom didn't live with us anymore. The insane and almighty popes basically took over our house. You want to meet my sister? And she'll tell you all about it. She's here too.
Tell me the story.
And so basically I'm 9, 10, 11. And they're drinking, they're smoking, they're in my room, they use all my stuff, they're having sex in my bed. That was life on the south side of Chicago.
So they stole your house? What do you mean? They kidnapped you? Or what do you mean?
I just came over and they were like, we got this house to hang out at. My sister was a little bit older, but she was, I think, only like 14.
Was friends with some of them and let them in?
I don't think it was my sister. I honestly don't know.
Who let these gangbangers in the house?
Bro, our parents weren't home.
So they just ransacked the house and came in? Or did
Ransack's tough. They actually cleaned it up.
Just be honest. Who let them in?
They let themselves in.
Oh, so they knew you guys were alone, and they said, this is the house that we can do it all to, and you guys just sat
But hold
there
on,
scared.
bro. The almighty popes were stoners, and they were pretty cool. Mm-hmm. They cleaned.
So you let them in?
I mean, I didn't let anybody. I was a little kid. It was maybe my brother, my sister. Yeah, they knew us from Vidum Park.
Friends with one of your brothers or sisters. There.
My brother's a year and a half older than me. We were little kids. And
at first, when you started telling the story, I thought it sounded like what's the Humphrey Bogart Desperate Hours, where they come in the house and take over and start having sex.
They actually
everywhere.
clean. I don't want to stress that point. The almighty popes will clean our house because they knew if our parents came back, my dad came back from the firehouse and found it all fucked up. Shit would be fucked up. Yeah, but one day,
that sounds safe. That sounds like a good time, you know.
Yeah, they weren't all bad dudes.
Cleaning your house,
just being gangbangers. They V'd in my friend Andy got V'd in my basement.
Who were your friends? That's what I'm just trying to find out. I'm just trying to find out about your childhood. I'm just, who were your friends?
Same kids.
I thought they were your older brothers. You didn't know who let them in the house. Who was like your boy? Who like, yo, this is my best friend? Who were your best friends that you rocked with?
I didn't have one.
You didn't have no friends at all?
The friends from the skate park, bro.
Just tell me
from Vidum Park.
Oh, we didn't have skate. Okay, so you hung out with the skaters. That took 10 minutes to get it out of you. You hung out with the skaters. Those were your people.
So some of them, eventually, by the time I was 16. So when I was 9, 10, and 11, one of our friends, Andy, he wasn't allowed in the house. My dad didn't let him in. He once shot me in the leg with a BB gun because he's a piece of shit, but, you know, we were friends. And he got V'd in my basement, meaning the popes. You know what that means?
No, V'd, I don't know what V'd means.
V is you get violated to join the gang. So they brought him in the basement and they beat him up.
Somebody?
No. V'd means they beat him up.
Oh, who was this? Your brother now? Or
just a guy. One of my friends in the neighborhood. His name was Andy.
Oh, so they beat somebody up in your basement? Right?
They beat him up so he could. It's initiation. You want to join the gang, you get V'd. Another dude was given a gun and told to kill when he was 13. He was given a gun and told to go kill 2 people because 13-year-olds get out when they're 18. Mm-hmm. And so that dude he got out when he was 18. He came back, and that was the first time like we had ever actually met him because he went to prison. We went to juvie after he killed 2 people.
I hung out with a lot of shooters too. I had a lot of murderers in the house. Shooters and murderers in my house. I'm not
sure. The funny thing is, what I hear a lot of from the Occupy Wall Street people is that when I first got there and I was just some dude showing up with my phone, they told me that I was the perfect symbol, that I was like this smart dude who was, held back, no high school diploma, no opportunities. And then once I got featured in a magazine, they said exactly what you said, that I talk white, I sound white, I'm silver spoon, and I come from that world, and it's never been true. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what I did see. I understood what was going on around me. And I watched a lot of TV, I watched a lot of movies, and I learned how people spoke. Yeah. Fortunately, I think my parents were good parents. Not, we weren't well off or anything. We lost the house. We ended up, once we lost the house in bankruptcy, my parents ended up getting a divorce. Went to Kennedy High School, and I remember the first month I was there, one guy got hit in the face, fell to the ground, and then pulled a 2x4 out from under a car. The other guy said, I thought we said no weapons, bitch. We got all the kids hanging out. And then the guy goes up to another car and then pulls out a gun. Someone yells, strap, and everybody runs.
Yeah. That sounds like high school stuff. We all know.
Yeah.
Fights in the parking lot. Somebody pulls out the gun. You all run. That's high school stuff,
So I think one thing I benefited greatly from was being in this area that was fairly mixed. A lot of different people of different backgrounds. And then I got to start experiencing things as I got older, going to white suburbs. And learning about the differences between a kid who looks visibly different from other people, even if it's only minor, even if it's only some people. I did not have the same experience as the white suburban kids. I didn't get to live the life they lived. And then I had to deal with the pain that comes with being poor, the pain that comes with not having a community to retreat to or have anyone to be there to be like, we got your back. So I guess it's, what do I end up doing? Going my own way the whole way. Traveling around the country, leaving, and just trying to find something. But I don't have a community to go back to. And that's the point I was trying to make, that the one thing I don't have that every other racial group does have is a community. You just tell me I look white, but then when I try to go to these places, they're like, you're not white.
Yeah, you made that point. Yep.
All right, man. I appreciate it, dude.
I don't know. I just don't. I understand. Everybody got their struggles, but yeah.
So this is what
I just I could do a whole list of every struggle of humanly impossible, imaginable to you right now. I could give you the whole list of struggles from my life, but that's okay. I don't need to.
So here's the point I'm trying to make.
At worst,
I have actually dedicated part of my career, time and energy, towards talking about what's going on in these black communities, especially in like Ferguson. What I don't like what's happening in this country is that we are now having schools and institutions decide to implement race-based policies.
We talked about critical race theory the whole time. We're going to go back there. We're going to talk about it again.
I'm saying my point right here.
Yeah, we disagree with it 100%. We know
right.
that,
So just
because originally you said, my argument with that was you were celebrating the banning of it and DeSantis banning critical race theory, and I thought you being a free speech fighter for free speech, that was hypocritical. That was the argument. You said no.
We agree.
And you said I don't think they should ban critical race theory. That's where the conversation could have ended right there.
But what I'm saying right here, the reason I tell you the story about my background and my experiences is because I don't want to live in a world where I have to tell my kids, like, lie on your race, lie about your race.
Life happens, man. I know, I feel you, but life happens.
I'd like to get to a point where we're like, you don't got to worry about writing down your race. You are who you are, and we're going to treat you like a human being.
Yeah, well, there's a long time before we could do that, because America has screwed up everything. America screwed up everything and hurt a lot of people and murdered a lot of people and jailed a lot of people. And it's not that easy to just go, we're all colorblind. There's no color or race. It's not that easy.
So there you go. Yeah, that guy works for MTV. And, he goes on the end to kind of apologize and be like, oh, I'm sorry for laughing at you. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that. But you could tell that, like, that's genuinely what he believes in. Pretty frightening. Lots of mental health issues. And, most of it probably brought about by the media telling people what they want them to believe rather than what's actually real. Anyway, thanks, guys. And I will see you again soon.
Winston stopped writing, partly because he was suffering from cramp. He did not know what had made him pour out this stream of rubbish